now. Welcome to another day, perfect for heresy.
Good luck. Okay.
It's alright.
But
So,
the soundboard and the OBS have different volume settings, and I kind of forgot to test them out. So we are at the space station, right?
yes, and you are expecting a vessel of the Rogue Trader House Learstorm to come pick you up. You had a few days until that will happen. And you had a little trial with the other inquisitorial troopers that are going to be gifted to this Rogue Trader house by the Lady Inquisitor.
The the rogue traders know where we are, where we come from, right? We're
It's pretty
operatives
safe
that,
to assume so, yeah.
okay. Just be sure if I had to like invent some background for Antioch or something. It's a usual a former cryptographer for the 33rd Regiment, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
I actually don't know. Can members of the Imperial Armada, the Imperial Guards, be like, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to do anything else. Like, quit. Yep.
And you can be given retirement, but you know the likelihood of that happening is unfavorable, I would say.
Because I think it's a, and then I just so they don't ask too many questions where I have to spew a lot of bullshit. Okay.
This station operates in linear spacetime. Please refrain from using hyperspace travel and
The
communication.
senator of the Vox.
Attention all Andromedans. This station operates in linear spacetime. Please refrain from using hyperspace travel and
Along with the
communication.
other guys here, we will be assisted to one of the docks of the station.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be preparing to board Learstorm's vessel.
A shuttle, I guess. A shuttle that will connect to the main vessel.
No, the
No.
vessel itself. This is a void
Alright.
station. It's not some small planetary dock.
Okay. I have seen images of void ships of several types and classes, but I don't remember seeing much about space stations themselves.
Yeah.
Except that the giant one that was involved in the breaking of Cadia, whatever that thing was.
The Black Prince.
Yes.
Be described as modernization. I assume it's a
It was
filler
more like
for-
a. It was more like a word device or something.
Stream is still lagging for whatever reason.
Your camera is lagging indeed. And I don't know if I'm too. No, I'm not. It's just the normal webcam. It's a normal webcam.
And I don't know why.
Maybe trying to turn off and turn on again.
I've done so already. It doesn't say why this is happening. I think it fixed itself, I guess. think.
It's better.
Yeah. It's got something to do with the input. The
Could it be because of the chroma, the green screen effect?
Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, still get bug. Don't know. Up a couple days ago, and since then it's been something else.
Mm.
Hundreds more marksmen will be boarding the vessel. Everybody gets cramped onto the platforms, the loading bays, the corridors. Everybody preparing for their first visit to the rocket vessel named
The blessed shields.
It's in the hints. High CPU usage are unsuitable encoder settings. Man.
I'm watching your stream on Twitch. Now it looks good. Both your camera and the tabletop.
You sure?
But previously, in like half a minute ago, it was lagging. Now it's smoother, like smooth. Did you change anything? Something?
I didn't.
Well, it looks good now.
I don't know. Right. Now point to the box compels you to board the vessel. Do you remember the commander's name? You met?
If I remember, just remember the name of the house, and that's it.
It is the same guy that will pretty much not orchestrate, but guide everybody aboard the Blessed Shield through direct commands or through the Vox. You can tell you and the other people assigned to this Rogue Trader house by the Inquisitor are being treated differently than the guardsmen and
Okay.
the other chaff that is being loaded onto the vessel right now.
Are we being treated like worse or better?
You're definitely being treated better, but it's
Okay.
not. They are. It appears as if they are trying to interact with you as little as possible.
Hmm.
Probably you are seeing as being members of the Inquisition, and
Yeah, I guess.
your goal here is to keep an eye on everyone. So, the less they have to do with you, the less the likelihood of being accused of anything unsavory. Let's say.
Anything. Yeah, I remember. I remember the guards from the Archon's palace. They also were like a bit nervous, then relaxed when they knew that we're not Inquisition then. So I guess if any of them look at me the wrong way, I just say, I smell heresy here. Are you hiding something?
Yeah.
If somebody asks, do you have the proper clearance? You talk back, locked. You're something to say? Something to hide? Huh?
I am the
Some
clearance.
taxes? Some taxes left paying? The Axel Foley doctrine. Axel Foley, 24 hours later. No, not 24 hours later. Beverly Hills cop. He has no warrant to inspect the warehouse because one of the guards asks if he has a warrant, and just say, "You have some back fines to pay. You talk a lot, talk back a lot. I don't like you." Something like that. Anyway, so a voice in the Voxcaster compels us to board the ship, and Antioch will just board the ship.
Alright. Boarding the ship, it is the closest thing you've seen to any form of nobility since you left Melothrax.
Okay.
Having spent so much time in the lower levels, trundling through dirt, industrial waste, human excrement, and all sorts of other unidentifiable liquids, you are, for once, breathing clear air.
Good.
This ship's filtration system works just fine.
Antioch breathes deeply and thinks to himself, let's not do anything to ruin this moment, okay? Not this place.
Mordaunt looks around the crowd and checks to see if there's anybody unusual, anybody of interest.
Make an awareness or scrutiny test. I found the name of the colonel.
Dice, please.
Correct.
Thank you. That's going to prompt a read. That's better. That would be 3 degrees success.
Nice. Now serving under this road trader house. The most peculiar individuals are some Melothrax civilians that have recently enlisted as guardsmen.
Okay. I mean, in a Hive City village.
Literally, it sounds in millions. So, you don't recognize any of them. You don't know them personally. You know which level they came from, around which level from, what their lifestyle probably was, if they have been affected by any of the things they haven't before.
Oh. They have drank the water, but does not necessarily mean that they drank enough for major changes to happen.
They don't have any.
After all, it was.
If I had Cynicians, I'd be using it right now.
You can always ask Antioch to do that.
Antioch, do you see those foot people over there?
Antioch nods.
Use your brain to give them a scan, would you? I recognize them from being from Melothrax, from the Underhive, where there was water.
Antioch will do a Psynician's test to check if there is no psyker around that could detect him.
Yes.
Psynic, I think it's just +10 on my intelligence. Let me just check. It is +10. No, it's perception, not intelligence. So perception +10. 43, 53 or less. And I roll 52. Ha! By 1 point. Still counts in 1 degree of success. After all, it's a success. 52. Just make it. Doesn't you detect anyone there?
You did not detect any psychers around.
All right. So Mordan, you want me to check their minds, right? Probe their minds.
Just use your perception power to look at them. I want to see if there's anything chaotic about them.
Well, the Psynician's test that I made detected no psychers, so those two are not included. So if they have mutations, I mean,
Any mutations, any stains on the soul, anything that we might be able to use to bring them over to our side.
a Prometheus, what would be the best test for it? Would be perception then?
To discern if
I don't think-
someone is corrupted.
Yeah. But probably a difficult one. I don't think probe their minds will reveal anything besides their thoughts.
I think Mind Probe actually reveals if they have any corruption. Let me make sure though.
But would they be aware? I just want to be clear. I'm more than happy to test for anything on that.
Mind Probe reveals if a target is corrupted. The target's corruption level is also
Really?
known to the psyker. Yeah, on the
Oh, nice,
second
okay.
turn of probing through their mind.
So let's do it using the staff to make sure that goes as much information as possible. 90 or less, please. I roll a 34 with the staff becomes a 14. So
The power is
8 degrees of success plus Mind Probe has +10, but that doesn't matter. It's a success anyway, and very good one. Doesn't you learn anything about these men?
to the mind of them
Mm-hmm.
through his skills. He's a butler.
Oh,
He is able to tell every is for an
all right. By the way, doesn't ever count the identity card.
No.
How much?
That's the Inquisitor or the hundreds of guardsmen.
The civilians that are
There is a bunch of them.
okay, they're more than like not
Yeah,
so
the test.
Yes, at least we have one one.
Shake his head. We can put you we'll put we'll put that to rest for now, and he'll get on board the shuttle.
Yeah, I agree.
Here. And you are moved
Flip the table.
to the barracks area, where you will be staying for the most part as members of the Rogue Traders military force. Here we go. You and Bremen with the other two Inquisitorial operatives are at the front. Leading the way. And guardsmen follow close behind. These are men already in the service of the Rogue Trader. They expect you. They are sizing you up as you move the corridors. They salute Bremen. The guardsmen are ordered to go to the left and to the right. You are specialized special occasion. You will be staying with the HQs in this area.
Not with the grunts then. Good.
You are allowed to go and live with the grunts in the same living areas if you wish. There is no law or a regulation against it. But well, if you mention it, the commanders, the majors, the colonels, the lieutenants will look at you weird.
Nah, I don't want to. I actually was afraid to stay with the grunts and don't have much room to maneuver, and by maneuver I mean do what I want to do. Have to
So these
confine
people
in
are.
those places.
So are these people aware that we are working on behalf of the Inquisition, or?
Yeah, I think that well, at least the Rogue Trader and the upper leadership must know, right?
Or were they just giving us the side eye because we were from the Inquisitor's ship?
They informed that you have been personally selected by the Inquisitor to serve under the Rogue Trader. So they treat you as members of the Inquisition, even if you are not typically, not openly so.
Okay. We were recently recruited by the Inquisitor, and already she trusts us enough to send us on a special assignment. I hope nobody will find that weird.
Everyone
They may
knows,
not know that we.
yeah.
They may not know that we just met her.
Yep. No, I mean, not anyone here on the Rogue Trader ship, of course, but the rest of her retinue on the back in the Inquisitor's ship, especially that Psyker. If I found out
Oh,
that the
they.
Psyker somehow decided to come here to this ship too, I know it's because of me. I know it's because of the Antioch. I will just know, even if Parametus
So
denies
I
it.
figure that they assume that we're seen as new and therefore expendable. So if we can accomplish
Probably,
something, then good for us.
probably. I guess. I hope they think like that and not anything else weird. Okay, so I guess we are considered the specialists on the forces of the rogue traders sections or companies, if you will.
You are indeed. Well, for one, you are equipped a lot better than standard Astra Militarum. One of you is in
I
power
mean,
armor.
more than of course. He is, of
Yeah.
course.
And
So I
with
guess they
that
will.
illusion of normality mutation, he just looks like a big guy,
Yeah.
not a fallen angel.
Nor he's not wearing people's skins. He's not have like a row of skulls around his neck, stuff like that. Antioch will just say his specialty is code breaking, cryptography, after all, which reminds me I have to ramp up my skills at cryptography. Because I just recently knew that there is a cryptography as a trade and cryptography as a skill, as a lore, common lore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So what next?
The colonel that has been looking around meets with the rest of the staff. He will introduce you as members of his entourage. And we'll give a briefing about how you were selected by the Inquisitor to serve under the Rogue Trader House, Learstorm, and that you are to be staying in this area of the barracks. That you may be treated as any other member of this team. And the most pressing matter is getting the new recruits into shape and preparing for the war ahead. This ship
Oi?
is supposed to transport reinforcements and supplies to Astra Militarum elements at the front against Xenos.
All right. Time to kick some pointy ears ass now, I guess. Or some green skins.
It's not clear what kind of Xenos it is.
Yeah, let's keep it a secret. Antioch will ask the colonel, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He asks,
What are the areas of the ship that we are allowed to go?
The upper decks are off limits. They are open only to the higher echelons of this crew. Unless the captain of the ship specifically requests for you. Make a scrutiny check.
And-
Other than that, you are allowed to pretty much go everywhere. But you should be wary that you might interfere with the ship's functionality if you come across any tech priests, any senators, or any other more, how should I say this, eccentric members of the crew.
Antioch says,
And what if our duties as inquisitorial agents oblige us to go to the upper levels?
You may go.
okay. Okay, you want me to roll for scrutiny?
Yes.
In regards to what specifically? I forgot, sorry.
To what was your limitation, your limit?
Okay. Scrutiny. I fail. Anyway, roll 64. And I know that
Dice,
scrutiny
please.
is lower than that. Scrutiny. It's perception.
Yep. They go through all the rulings, all the special things you have to keep in mind while being on the ship, where you have to be, what you have to do, what your duties are here, that you just are so overwhelmed by all this new information. Life was
Okay.
simpler in the underbelly of Hive City, Melothrax. Now you actually have to follow rules.
Rules. Yep. Not just because it's for the safety of the ship and everybody inside.
Of course.
For example, don't throw bricks to the windows that go outside.
And remember,
I assume there's a bit more back and forth, and then do we get dismissed?
yes, you are dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Does this place run more like, operate kind of like a city at all, or?
It has enough people in it to stay. It's like that. It's a small city. It's thousands of people. It is as big as a city.
It's a big ship. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't function like a city, though. It's not like there's a mayor or a...
No.
Yeah,
Right.
But
It's
do they have
really-
their
it's-
own security forces that operate like police?
if you know something about military regiments, they have their own internal police. Yes, it's not
There
called
are
the police, of course. It's
commissars
called
on the ship. They are to keep everybody back, but mostly the military elements. There are a few arbiters who are for keeping everybody in check, and the operator personnel, military, these guys in the white, who are one step above the rank and file guardsmen that just boarded the vessel. The ones in green here.
Mordaunt will run off and start running his own inquiries on how to get permanently transferred to the ship security forces.
Make the inquiry test.
Ooh, I am rolling cold tonight. Reroll. That's better. 1 degree success.
One way to do it is to be commended by one of your senior officers, meaning either the colonel or one of these 4 guys, or the one arbiter has to select as his members. Knowing the abilities, it's more likely it is more likely that way.
That's more likely or less likely you just said?
The others are dismissed as well. These 2 will choose to stay with the guardsmen in this area. So choose to stay in one of these rooms here. You'll be housed here in this room. This one is kept for the senior officers, let's say.
I guess they have the mess in this area too, right? But it's in the other part of the ship.
The
Like
what?
the mess. The mess is what you call the canteen for. Well, in the
in
military terms, a canteen is called a mess. Mess.
The officers can have their meals here. These tables are offered to the officers for any use. They are brought to this level through this elevator here. The guardsmen are given food. Either they can eat their ration of nutri paste, and we're on ship, really, or there are specific meals scheduled around throughout the day where they go to a different place to eat.
Who do I have to talk to if I want breakfast in bed?
The sustenance servitor.
Okay. Antioch will, the first action will prepare rebellion for people to demand breakfast in bed for all soldiers. Or he will mutiny the ship. No, I'm not doing that. Instead, Antioch will walk around the areas of the other soldiers to try to figure out how is everybody's state of mind, in a way. If they are, how is the moral levels of the soldiers?
Make a scrutiny plus 20 check.
Plus 20. So it was 43, if I'm not mistaken. Scrutiny. Keep forgetting. Scrutiny is perception. Yes. Plus 20 means it's perception plus 20. 63. So let's roll 63 or less, please. And I rolled 3. 6 levels of success.
All right. The morale is high. The troops from Lothrax are happy that they left the ruin of a city behind. And the veterans, let's say, they are having a bit of an issue because now that new people are aboard, they will be packed more tightly. They will have to
Right.
share. And they don't like how the fresh ones consider themselves to be just as good.
Yeah, you know, and I'm in. It's. They will think probably the new ones will drag them down or something like that. So, morale is high, specifically in the new recruits. So those would be a little, probably more difficult to turn into chaos. This is like more as opportunistic plan that Antioch has. If anyone has inclined to turn into chaos, he will grab that opportunity. If they're not, he's not going to take too many efforts to do that. He, however, will try to speak with the man that has a hint of corruption in his body and see how that plays out.
Mordaunt is going to go find a cheap las pistol or auto pistol, just something a crewman would have, and he will go and look for 2 ratings who are having an argument.
What, sorry?
2 ratings?
Sorry, 2 low-tier crewmen.
Okay. Having an argument. Mordanus will gonna go to them and say, you figured it out by using the last pistol, va? Let's go. Chop chop.
There is a lot
We are
of
men here. No punch.
military equipment
No
laying
boxing here.
around, especially in this corridor here. And you can see that there is, even in between the blocks where the guardsmen stay, there is equipment stuffed in there as well. Even explosive volatile materials. Easily find third issue pistols and guns. So many guns.
He'll take a last pistol and go look for those 2 guys. Go look for somebody having a heated argument.
One of the vents. One of the vents. One of the rogue vents personal militants sees you picking up the gear, and you that you're not supposed to be picking up these because it is the Rogue Trader's property and you haven't been issued it. It is to be transported to an active war zone. And one of the veterans, who is not part of the Rogue Trader's personal military, would scoff and say that if it's for operation or sale, to left out here in the corridor.
I mean,
Start doing.
I'm surprised that weapons are just like laying around, ready to be picked up, instead of locked in the armory or something.
The armory
Seems who runs this ship?
I speak to the manager.
I have a. I mean, I will assume that the Inquisition could have a valid argument about the irresponsibility about how dealing with weapons and explosives inside the ship like this.
Mordaunt will. These guys are too close to the soldiers for what he's planning, so he'll just say to the personal guard that just a spare side on to keep, just for luck. Don't worry about it, and he'll try to mollify him and walk away.
If you've let the equipment back in its crate, he would continue to argue with the guardsman and won't pay you any more mind.
No, he's taking the last pistol. He's not gonna.
Make it
Actually, deception, okay. That is 4-degree success.
right. The personal guard doesn't notice is too involved in the fighting. And
Mordaunt will go off to another deck to look for somebody. Just looking around, waiting for somebody to maybe going around the cantinas looking for an argument between two folks.
With so many people, there should be. Antioch wants to find out if there are any windows that provide a good view to the outside, to the space outside, or do I have to roll for any perception?
to the void.
To space.
You would have to like walk 30 minutes to go to a place on this ship where you could look at the space outside.
Okay. Not very important. I just want to be informed if this level has windows on the hull. Does not. Okay.
It's deep in the spaceship to keep it safe from assault.
Yeah. And windows are structural weaknesses if you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Mordaunt is going to find a nice little hidey hole to strip his power armor off, and he'll just look like a normal person, but a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not fat, he's big boned. Literally big boned. Bones
He'll look
made of
like the chick.
ceramic.
Gonna be a big dude, just looking like a real life version of the Chad meme.
Here arguing coming from one of these monks, I guess. There is two people arguing because one of them has been issued a regular tone. The other is only issued the mattress.
Mm.
See, pretty much every room has a locker, a chest, crate for the guardsman to store their personal items, and a bed. They only have the mattress.
Don't will skulk, just blending in with the background. Which one has the higher? Which one is the angrier? Had the nastier temper?
The one who has the frame as well. Let's see these two. And they are outside arguing. The guy without frame is accusing the other one of being a bootleg to the star. That's why to have frame for his bed.
Hmm.
Now, the other claims that the assignments are random, and he did no such thing as stick to the commissar or I think follow standard orders.
Don't to the workshop, or even temper and say, I just mimic his voice. He'll say, "Sure, you want that? You want? You want to die? For son, come with me. Make sure that this he'll he'll do it."
The guy raises his shoulders. This guy's cute. They wait to get back.
Will make sure there's no other witnesses to see, and he will find a quiet corner and murder the guy with the last. Then he'll find he voiced he was blah blah. Yep. Could the could one of the Could you get some security person, security investigator to come take a look, please?
The operator will ask for more details. Which Vox units are you using? And, will ask for details concerning if you saw who did it, like a 9/11 response. Not 9/11. What's the number for
911. So you were technically
911?
technically correct. You don't say it that way.
Like a 911 respondent.
For a moment, I thought that you were talking about there's a plane in the second tower.
No.
You'll just get some
Oh,
vague
did it?
details.
More details. So on. Deception check.
He will just get some vague details to just tell him what she needs to know to send a single investigator down here somewhere, and he'll say
Somebody was shot dead.
and Steve, and that is 1 degree success.
Soon, through the elevator here, these guys come. Members of the rogue traders personal guard. They will go to the Vox unit to see who was calling. There's nobody there. They will start searching for the crime scene.
Are women prevalent here?
Yeah, the
Like as much
guardsmen-
women as there are men? Okay.
I would say there's a bit less women. Like
Okay.
40-60 mix.
Okay. But it's not like a minority, like very small minority of women.
It's
Okay.
not strange or weird to see a woman in the garden.
So it's not like they could like find out there was another woman that is not the ones that people know who they are if they are in small number. If they were 5, for example,
Yeah.
they will know that there is a 6 women unaccounted for.
There's more than 5 women.
Yeah. In the ship with thousands people. Okay. Next.
Mordaunt will move up and try to draw one of them away from the search, and he'll try to make a complaint, just blustering and blathering and waiting and killing time as he waits for the other one to come close to the crime scene.
I'm really curious. Yossi, what is your plan here? I'm really curious.
I informs the schools of what's happened. They are baffled because they weren't informed. They didn't catch wind of anything like this happening. Someone being murdered just a few hours after there was so many people boarding the ship. That's a very big concern. And
So somebody writes 0. Somebody writes 0 on that poster that says there were no 0 days until the last murder.
once this uh, once this guy is kind of finding out, Mordaunt will make his excuses and walk away looking casual. That he'll make sure there's no. He'll make sure that he's sing the matter. Once the clear, and this guy finds that
Mhm.
Mordaunt's secret objective is kill everyone in this ship one by.
as fun as that would be, Mordaunt will once this guy is off to the restroom or the cafeteria or whatever, he'll sneak into his place and plant the last pistol, and he'll go and he'll go and he'll find another place for some privacy and put his power armor back on, and he'll approach the trooper and he'll say, "Excuse me, investigator.
What is it? Did the sergeant find the crime scene? Where is he?
I believe I found the crime scene. Follow me, please."
And you can hear him try to reach the other militant through his vox, not receiving any answer back. And we'll follow you.
Antioch, if Antioch notices the commotion, especially if Mordaunt is involved, he's going to follow too, out of curiosity.
A trooper will had been in here. He'll lead him to the crime scene.
By the imp. How did this happen?
He'll look and he'll look at the body of the first man and he'll say, "Good Emperor. I know who committed the murder. Follow me, please."
The cargo did this way. And he will start his tour and rev it slightly.
Mordaunt will, in a very police-like fashion, approach the trooper here and say, "Where is it?"
This guy is still
The name of the Lex.
angry about the whole bed and frame and mattress thing. And there's to report.
Where is it?
What? Is it about the bed again?
Mordaunt will. I should think so. Mordaunt will snap a hat. I put him in against the wall and say, Investigate a sweep of his quarters. Before you murder.
God is perplexed. He cannot comprehend that all this our bed frame. Everybody from the city is cooked in the head. And tells you to let him go, screams and shouts. This guy, the militant, will sweep the room. Didn't find anything. Yeah.
DM roll for the guy to find it and get good enough so he didn't find.
And will top the room under the last top.
I don't. Never even.
He gets only such or the few cell in the locker didn't look like inside the guardsman.
Under the mat.
Yeah,
Under the actual mattress. So.
Oh, there it is. And we'll punch it. The chainsaw.
Punch the guy with the chainsaw.
With the guard. Okay. It's an issue for ship duties. Recognize everything that he was in his room the whole time, and he wouldn't misunderstand for a bed frame.
But I assume you would murder to cover your deed.
Because that guy wasn't going to kill him. I knew it. Maybe it's one of the wrong. Militant.
At this point,
Mordaunt will take out his pill and give it to the investigator. You do this.
But I don't think so. Stealing the road train and use it for that's the destiny. But it's better for anybody else to see it. Otherwise, have you be put where you stand.
Are there any arbitrators on board?
I'll take that. Then justice will be served. And once he drags the guy off, he'll find he'll go wandering. He'll follow at a distance, kind of keeping his head low and and doing and doing it incognito. He'll take once he find after a couple hours he'll find the investigator again at whatever cantina he's hiding out at, or that he's drowning SARS in.
In the moment that Mordan passed through Antioch as they were leaving the area, Antioch looks at Mordan with a side eye and a little smile, as if he doesn't know what happened actually, but he's convinced that Mordan was involved in it in some way.
There's going to be a preset for anybody trying luck with unlawful activities. The honors.
It is in this part of the leadership.
Not really. Apart from the command of this level, many other people are here. They're they are to record the and hit a pictograph for us or whenever to more people than asks, of course, as proof. And the majority of people observing are guardsmen and militants. And the guardsman is executed.
A lot of innocent people. Yeah, a few innocent people being executed for this.
The Imperium's assumptions.
You rather innocents that let people get justice.
Or two after the pro, and you'll say, "I'm sorry about your partner."
Well, I didn't even know him that well. We were only signed the same squad a few days back. Unfortunately, there are weak people among us. But anyway,
I used to do work like this for, like, with the Malathrax People's Militia in the Underhive. If this opening is still available, I would appreciate a recommendation for a transfer to ship security.
make a charm test plus 20.
Charm. With plus 20, that is one. Actually, that is a reroll. And that is exactly 1 degree success.
The bit be a bit reluctant, and he sort of gives in. Said, "Ah, well, we could always accept people in our ranks. Seem to doing well. Doing addition to our force, and give you instructions on which form to build and kind of questions to ask any answer you might come across. And makes it easy for you to be mission procedure.
Okay, Dom will start doing the things and pass this information off to Antioch, so we're not going to be stuck fighting other people's wars, and we can start doing our business.
Antioch will say,
Well done. When you're included, if you get stationed in some restricted areas of the ship, come to see me, so I can mind link us both, and I can learn what you learn.
And will.
is he going right now to some place like that? I mean, he's to think.
The sequence to the guardsmen and to the militants. But you see that even though you are considered to be part of the guardsmen, they don't really bother with whatever it is you're doing, as long as you stay out of their business.
Okay.
Some of this one is a bit more inquisitive. He attempts small talk. He invites you to a game of cards here at the table. And you can see
Who does he invite? Does he invite Mordin or Antioch?
look,
Okay.
this paperwork here is the casualties, and you see them filling casualty forms even before they faced any combat. And, high casualties are, of course, to be expected in Astra Militarum regiments, but it is strange that they had casualties before they reached the combat zone.
Well, some are to be expected, so might as well just put the paperwork already instead of saving for later.
Yeah.
If they are wrong, you can put them in the trash. If they are right, they're already done.
This guy says, one time I was assigned to a battalion. Yeah, we had guardsmen of all ages, from 12 years old all the way up to 50, 60. One guy died of old age before he even reached combat.
Okay. Said it like that, it seems like the life in the Imperial Guard is a bore. Die of old age.
He spent whole
I mean, if you're stationed for a remote planet when nothing happens, a lifetime in prison, then he say,
it's a shame. Well, when family members to receive his pension. Thank God for documents trading servitors. Rogue traders are known to manipulate official papers for their gain. So even if someone did have living family members, probably the rogue trader destroyed evidence or pretend they didn't know, so they didn't have to give out any pensions, any money. And the officers also command the servitors to leave crates sort of in the middle here, so that they block the line of sight from the guardsmen a little bit, so they can be doing their things around these areas without anybody peeking. Antioch, you are invited to a game of cards.
and Antioch will accept. Do I have to play cards actually, or?
I mean, we could, to be honest. Standard deck.
You said that the other guy was inquisitive. Does he makes like questions
He
about?
asks about your previous regiment, what being a cryptographer skills, have encrypted any strange or interesting things. You know, he shares a bit of his past as well. Having fought
Antioch will
against
answer.
orcs and been close run-in with in void combat.
Antioch will answer that he was a cryptographer for the regiment. He mostly was dedicated to break the codes from rebels, from the enemy's rebels, and he himself would also encode messages to the hierarchy. He never, however, never fought Xenos, only other humans, rebels, but humans, in his home planet, or in the in the main planet of the system, actually. So, what are we playing actually? Understand that I don't know much about playing cards.
Man, it's crazy. I moved the hand position a little bit while I was creating the map because it was annoying me, and now I cannot hold on to cards. It's crazy.
What? Wait, what am I doing? Okay.
Why can I hold on to them? Okay, I'm the right color. There is a game of cards we could play. I don't know the name of it in English, to be honest.
Are we playing solitaire? It's the only card game that I know to play well. I know a bit of poker, but I kind of forgot the sequence by order and how when to deal and when to take and all that stuff.
I don't know the name of it in English. Anyway, each player takes turn. It's playing Uno, but the original one.
Okay.
Do you know how it goes?
No. I'm sorry. Just like that. I mean, Uno, yes, I have played, but only once.
It's the same. You can play a card that has the same suit or number.
Okay. Okay. What happens if I don't have the card with the same suit or number?
You draw a
Do I have
card.
to take?
Yeah.
Okay.
You draw a card, and if you draw a card that is playable, you can play it.
Okay. So, play. You want to roll first?
You can go first. I will pour us some sec. Okay. Let's see. I can play this one. It's your turn. Damn it. Oh, a 7 means you draw 2.
Why?
That's the rules. That's how the game plays.
Seems like bullshit rules, but okay. Right. Okay. Wait, how do I no. How do I flip the cards so I can
Press
see what
hover over them and press F.
Oh, F. Okay. So it's you again or is it me?
It's you. If you had a 7 in your hand, you could play it, so I would draw 4.
I don't.
9 means the next player skips their turn, so it's your turn again.
Hmm.
Here's your...
Hmm.
has to be somewhere. How do I... Pass. I don't have any playable card. Alright. Draw 2 first.
I have to draw 2.
I played 7.
You did. Wait, you did? Let me see. Oh, you did. Sorry. Yep. So all 7s, regardless of.
Yes.
Wait, no, not just one, not all the old deck. Okay.
The 7th card is on top. I don't know where it is. Take it. It was
I took it for myself.
and it was Queen of Hearts you played.
Yes. So I played the Queen of Hearts anyway.
You have, yes. It's your turn. Roll initiative.
Fucker. Nah. I have this under control.
I'm on my last card.
You are? I see 2.
2?
Oh, that's me. Okay. That's me. That's under. Yeah, it's under my. I can see my my cards under my profile pic.
Yeah.
Where do you go? I don't have. I don't have a card to play with those with the king of clubs.
Whoop.
What happened?
Mordaunt took your card.
Why,
I don't know.
dude? Why? Ah, god damn it! Have to take another. Wait. Finally.
And I'm out.
You idiot. Ah. Fine, you win.
Unlike. So, Mr. Cryptographer, you might have something more intriguing about Thrax. Maybe what caused the outbreak? The outrage. What really happened there?
Antioch will then speak. Basically, give a summary of what happened.
He says there was some rogue psyker around. He was part of the PDF, but got a taste for more power, and so he started to amass an army of gangs. He intended to take over the city. He allied himself with one of the leaders of the higher houses, Lord Aiden, which is currently being. He is one of my targets. I intend to bring him to justice. You don't happen to ever see him or heard of him, did you?
Rogue Psyker. I'm afraid I haven't. Usually, rogue Psykers, as far as I know, they tend to explode rather than torch whole cities.
That
If
is
it's
true.
with the Khalid shuffling it repeatedly. Interesting.
Antioch also says and asks. It's like a affirmation with a hint of questioning / accusation.
Some rogue traders tend to recruit psychers in their ranks. Some of those are not necessarily sentient.
Mm.
Is this the case of this one that we hear?
Sir
Are they lenient
Learstorm,
to such individuals?
as far as I know, the only strikers on board are the astropaths. And, I'm afraid we couldn't do without them.
Of course. So besides the astropaths, there are no other psyker or psychers in service of be either official or not in service of this house, this rogue trader.
There are none other psychers on board, apart from the astropaths, and whenever there is something of the matter with the warp, a member of the Navigator House tends to deal with those issues.
A member of the Navigator House.
If you see a robed creep skulking about in the higher decks, they
Okay.
are mutants. They might even be called abhumans. They are tolerated for their spectacular abilities, and because they provide us with the ability to cross the stars through the warp. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Without them, it would take thousands of years for the Astra Militarum to go around and keep every corner of the Imperium safe.
Of course I know. I have traveled from my home planet to Volvo. I had to go through the warp. It is an unsettling experience, to say the least.
Indeed. I have never prayed in my life as much as I have during warp jumps. If what they say is true, not only the crews, but whole ships can be swallowed by the warp, never to be seen again. As if they never existed.
As Antioch is kinda recollecting his own experience traveling through the warp in the ship, he smiles. And he kinda wonders a bit. He says,
Yes, can you imagine those things will make you savage for your body and for your soul? I'm sorry.
By the Emperor, I have enough bolt shells in my pistol for them, and for me, if it comes to that. Chaos will never have me. And he lowers his voice. He said, and a bit overtaken by the by the talk. By my English is fleeting me.
Subject.
By the subject.
By the
Yes.
subject, I guess.
Yes. It is dangerous to mention these things. Forgive me. I aim to keep this discussion between us. Whenever we can spare a bit of time, this instance, maybe we can share another game of cards in the future. Maybe next time, when you are the victor, I will let you in on some secrets, some experiences I've had throughout my career.
Agreed. By the way, if it's not too much to ask, are we engaging in work travel soon? I ask just to be mentally prepared, if you understand.
Of course. Let me see. He takes out a small notebook, something that looks like a ledger, and indeed, we will be commencing a warp jump in approximately 17 hours. Of course, the navigator has to green light the jump. We will be making sending astropathic messages before that, so that in case we are lost, they can save us. Someone else might know of our fate, and when everything is prepared, we will be jumping.
Antioch will he will say good day or good night, and he will end with a joke, and he says,
Don't worry. If we end up lost in the warp, I will offer myself to go outside and push.
The sergeant major laughs.
Antioch laughs with him and leaves.
Mm-hmm. You see him circle that again and deal to non-existent players as a form of
Distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is my model? It was near the. Oh, okay, okay.
You were playing cards
Yes,
as a
forgot.
form of
Because you moved it.
soothing. I will look for a Warhammer deck.
There is a card game about the Horus Heresy on Steam.
Yeah, there is a lot of them actually. For some reason, I tried
I
one
have
of them, and it was too pay to win, too grind, too much.
Right. I guess it's the one that I got because it was free. I still haven't tried it because I'm not the card game player. I just get the Gathering or anything like that. So I never tried it. But if it was free, probably it's the same one. Pay to win.
Maybe. Remember.
Let me see. Legions. Warhammer Horus Heresy Legions.
One I was playing was 40k, not Horse Heresy.
Okay. How do I get rid of the cards that I have? I just put them back on the.
Yeah,
Wait.
and will they should turn deck.
I don't have any more. Okay.
You can shuffle the deck by pressing R on it.
Okay.
17 hours until warp jump.
$17 and counting.
Yes. And Dog had a round of cards with the Sergeant Major. And as the
I was listening.
Major won, he requested that Antioch give him some insights about the Melfax incident.
Okay.
And,
Understand that Antioch will never say anything truthfully about him or more than he only
I was listening.
says
Mhm.
have flies or lies.
The atmosphere is tense following the murders. Everybody is uneasy. Everybody is wary. There are private guards forced to make rounds around this area so that no one may ever again steal any of the equipment here. And the servitors are programmed, are told by the engineers to keep an eye out, to function as pick recorders as well. Of course, not all servitors can do that, but as far as you know, every servitor is watching.
Yeah.
Let's also have a serval skull around here.
We only need to do one murder. It's fine.
There is a serval skull going around as well. Everybody is advised to go to a safe environment, a safe place before the warp jump commences. You are encouraged, you're suggested to go sit at your beds, which are considered to be a relatively safe space for this specific occasion. And also, it's easier to account for any people going missing or insane when everybody is on their bed when it happens. Just like the seatbelts on the plane, they are not for survival, they are for accounting. It's easier to find the bodies that way.
Yep, that's why you have seatbelts at the plane. Not to save you, to keep the body on the assigned seat.
In your room, you have separate heating. You have these drawers to put your stuff in. And, the terminal, which controls the door. The heating and lighting room. The other room where the more senior officers occupy has the best recaf machine of this level, and they also enjoy magazines more for their leisure. and they are often used as incentive for the guardsmen to perform. Officers use them as motive to motivate the troops. You're not given any magazines. This guy, the other operative, does want one of these magazines. To pass the time, to keep the mind occupied during the warp jump. You never know how long it will take. They never see on the Voxcasters.
Could take a seconds, could take hours, could take days. Or you could stay lost there for a week and come out 1,000 years later. Or before.
Or, yeah. It is uncertain. None of the arbiters come back down here. The only ones keeping the peace are the personal guards. And the guardsmen themselves seem to be on the edge. They don't want to be assassinated. They also don't want to be falsely accused, because there are some that still think that the guy didn't do it. They think there is something else, someone else that might be doing this.
Imagine when someone starts seeing ghosts.
There are some that are especially afraid of the warp jump. They believe that whoever did this, or whatever did this, will be empowered during the warp travel, and it might consume them. They might be the next victim.
Well, not if the Geller field holds up. Will it hold? I know. Hey, Parameters, I know for sure that it will make us roll for survival check or something during the warp jump. Who knows?
Who knows?
There's no survival
The
skill.
average guard doesn't know about Gellerfield's warp jumps.
They don't. I mean,
they wouldn't.
They don't. They just. Yeah, they know, because that will entail why they should have Geller field and everything that comes behind it, of it.
Knowledge is the curse.
Knowledge is power, and power corrupts. Therefore, knowledge corrupts. Logic.
And it's not a given that guardsmen are literate either. They don't have to be.
Oh.
Well, living in a hive city gives one better chances at being literate, but still, there are some that.
Yeah, the only thing that you should in the hive city, especially if they have a lot of factorons, is you should learn how to read the instructions and the warnings, and that's it.
Yeah. Use a server for the rest.
Like AI and chat GTP. Huh? Huh?
Well, a lot of people, I don't know why, mispronounce it and call it Chat GPT instead of Chat GTP instead of Chat GPT. And
No, I'm not sure if I did it right or not.
the initials.
I think we found one of them.
GTP, yeah, Just did. ZTP are the initials for the phrase "it sucks" in Greek. Makes it even funnier. Everybody's tense. Everybody's uneasy.
Yeah, the assassination right before a warp jump doesn't make anyone feel at ease.
Everybody.
So, are we going to jump right now, or still anything to happen before that?
You still have some time before the jump.
Antioch will just stay at his room.
Mhm.
He has no motivation to do anything else before. Maybe, I mean, I asked the GM, can Antioch fashion for himself a strap for his staff, for he to have both his hands free, without parting away from his staff, to
Yeah, you
put
can
in
do
the
that.
back or something.
Yeah.
I remember this in case he needs to use a two-handed weapon, like a bolter, a big bolter or something.
Yeah.
In the case I decide to go for that way in the future.
You make a tech use plus 40 check.
Tech use plus 40. So tech use I have minus 20, I think. Plus 40 will give us a plus 20 total. Tech use is intelligence, I think. Is it? Let me
Yes.
see.
Yes.
Tech use intelligence, yep.
In
Minus
the
20
Tools
plus
campaign,
40.
none of the Marines is trained in tech use, and they cannot perform at all.
79. 79 or less, please. And I roll 39. 4 degrees of success.
You have fashioned your staff in a manner that allows you to carry it on your person without needing to hold onto it with your hands.
Good. Nice.
There is a voice
Very-
booming from the voxcasters around the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for warp jump cruise. May the Emperor keep us all safe.
In his thoughts, Antioch thinks, may Zinch provide me some vision from the future as we cross the warp.
The lights dim. You feel the very air you breathe thin out. Everything starts to shake. Everything starts to clatter. It is as if there are voices calling for you from beyond. Immaterial beings chasing after you. Only for it to stop the moment you blink. As if there is an invisible film between you and total obliteration. You are in total darkness.
Antioch does not feel fear from mundane things, so he kind of feels this emotional emptiness to the lack of fear. Is when he peers into the warp that he can feel terrified and at the same time elated in a complex mixture of opposing feelings. And he tries not to laugh loudly, so to not freak out people around him. And especially not to, of course, denounce himself as some weird in secret.
You feel an acceleration, like a vehicle speeding up, but not to a singular direction. You feel like you have accelerated towards every direction simultaneously, as if this if these energies kept affecting you, you would be torn asunder. It stays like this for a good while until it slowly goes away. You are traveling in the warp.
Seconds that feel like minutes, minutes that feel like hours. For it is said that 1 minute in hell it's equal of a lifetime.
Everything feels like it happens more slowly. As if the time it takes you to utter a single phrase has gone from mere seconds to minutes to days to weeks. It feels as if in all your lifetime you will only have enough time to utter a single word. What word would that be? The first and last word of this travel, of this voyage beyond the stars, through hell itself. Machines go to life without anyone interacting with them. No tech priests to awaken their spirits. Voxcasters. The whispers. Statue depicting the head of the Rogue Trader house appears to be smiling. The next moment, it appears to be weeping, crying. You blink, and its look turns into an angry grimace, full of hate. Until you blink again, and it returns to normal. There is another Voxcast mentioning today's date, but it is wrong. For it's of the 43rd millennium, not the 41st. It speaks of war. It speaks of death. It speaks of perseverance, of duty. You hear screams right outside your door. Someone running towards it and striking it, begging to be allowed inside. Cardinal doesn't know anyone behind the door. You hear your own voice bleeding. Imploring that you listen. Is it someone else using your voice? Is someone mimicking you? Or is it that you become a puppet?
Transit successful. Good job, everyone. Return to your posts.
You blink again. You snap back to reality. Material world. The Emperor protects.
Antioch relaxes a bit from exhilaration, at the same time a fear that he haven't felt since the last time he traveled through the warp.
Can tell there were some guardsmen that were affected by this travel more than others. They are still bubbling. They've lost their senses.
Antioch will walk around trying to cheer up the men. It's nothing. This is nothing, he says.
This is nothing. These are merely flies in front of your eyes, compared with true horrors that the warp has for you. So cheer up. You're a valiant soldier of the Imperium. Be a man.
Yep, that's the solution for utterly be terrified. Be a man.
Long distance travel always makes me sick. I'll never get used to it. I would rather be at the chapel praying as this happens, but unfortunately, I have guard duty here. Looking over
Always
these long.
the god.
I was supposed to be killing orcs. But instead, what do I get? Guard.
Guard duty.
The tech priest
Does the voice
goes around blessing the machines to return them to maximal capacity and
Optimal
functionality again.
Okay. Yep. Does the Voxcaster say anything about... he says the jump was successful, so I guess it's at the planned time and planned location, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the location and time is never 100%, not even in with real space.
Yeah.
It is, so that's approximate.
Now, you are to here. You're
Okay.
not told why. You're not told what you're waiting for. You already know you'll be staying here for an unidentified time.
We have to wait for them to clean the bodies of the ones who didn't make it and pull the trigger in their own heads, I guess. Hey kids, you better not watch this. Why? What's wrong? Stay in your room. Let me clean this Let me clean this up first.
There is one individual that did not commit, but He made markings all over his body with a sharp object.
Oh, haha. Are the marks just random cuts, or do have some secret symbols or sigils on him?
Make a forbidden lore heresy or warp test.
Warp test it is, because I have +10. Let me see. It's intelligence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, +10. So it's a total of 69, dude. Nice. 69 or less. And I rolled 9.
Nice.
Play it.
Nice.
9. 6 degrees of success.
Not 69 then.
Nice.
These are no random sigils, no random symbols, they're sigils.
No random cuts, sigils, even.
They are
And what do they
prayer.
tell then? Oh. A prayer to whom?
A prayer to whoever will listen.
Listen, right. Antioch
Geller
keeps
field.
this information.
Yeah, go
Antioch
ahead.
keeps this information. Antioch will keep this information for himself unless somebody asks him if he knows.
Despite the Geller field being active throughout the whole trip, preventing any warp entities from infiltrating the ship, it, however, does not infiltrate the human mind from traveling beyond its mortal limitations. And so, the poor guardsman has exposed himself to entities unknown to him, unknown to everyone, except for those who can read these sigils.
Antioch will lean to the guardsman. How is he feeling right now? Is he like almost like losing it? Or he's kind of people, if people would not know this, would consider him like calm enough in a normal state of mind.
He's calm. He's uneasy as many are. And he's feeling cold.
Antioch will lean into him and say,
Do not worry. That will help you. But cover those symbols. The others will not understand. If you feel unease, come see me.
He shakes his head and with a shaky voice says, I have to go to the for first aid. I'm bleeding. And the secretary
Antioch says,
will come to him and assist him. It's the med to the closest priest that can patch him up. There are no medics trained for this company.
okay. He just left without letting Antioch finish what he had to say or something, or
He
just left?
he will listen to you as you speak.
Antioch will repeat.
Do not speak of what you did to yourself. They will kill you. If you wish to have those wounds healed, I can heal you. But you have to not ask questions.
nods shakingly.
I will cast regeneration on him. It has been a while, but
Oh my god.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
okay, I'm going to roll for phenomena, but I have the ability to choose two results from one that is more liking. I pass anyway.
That's good.
Are you rolling for phenomena or do I roll for it?
You roll for phenomena.
Okay, so first one. Okay, 11.
Mind warp. The Psyker suffers -5 penalty to willpower tests until the start of his next turn, as his own inherent phobias, suspicions, and hatreds surge to the surface of his mind in a wave of unbound emotion.
Okay, let's try the other result. 54.
Warp ghosts. Ghostly apparitions fill the air within 3d10 meters around the Psyker, flying about and howling in pain for a few brief moments. Everyone in the radius, except the Psyker, must test against a fear rating of 1.
I choose the force ghosts, the warp ghost actually. Antioch, however, is immune to the warp, to phenomena, so he will not be affected by it. I believe it will not be something too suspicious. After all, we just jumped from the warp. People will probably assume it was after effect of it.
For an instance, there are ghosts hovering all over around you, screaming in pain. You can hear guardsmen screaming from the nearby rooms. They shout and scream and throw things at the specters, trying to hit them, trying to take them down. And just as fast as they appeared, so they disappear.
Anyway, because I was successful with my spell, I will heal the guardsman anyway. And I have to roll for... well, it's almost irrelevant. It just cuts in this arm, not like major wounds. But I have to roll anyway. How much is natural healing? 1d10 plus irate. 1d10. I roll just 8 plus 7 makes 15.
He is healed back to full.
How does he feel now? Does he feel like unease or thankful or something like that? Do I have to roll for perception or inquiry?
You can roll for charm to calm him down.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Charm. I don't have penalty of charm, I think. Charm. Neither charm or deceive or intimidate. Yeah. Fellowship. Fellowship without penalty. 48 or less. And I roll 37. 1 degree of success.
All right.
I guess it takes a bit, but Antioch is able to calm the guardsman definitely. No?
Yes. You calm him. He gets a better grip in reality. He is pleased now and believes that the last few moments never existed As if everything was a figment imagination.
Figment of his imagination. Yes.
And versus long distance travel. And
Yeah, especially when you don't have enough room for your legs when you're a tall guy.
And when someone comes outside to ask what's going on, what was it? Because some people saw ghosts. Some people saw the ghosts too. They say
And your
they discuss how they saw them. They describe them. Everybody saw a different thing. And
Antioch says,
I did hear people screaming, but no ghosts of any kind.
one of the guardsmen insists, "I saw them. They were right there." Right there, I tell
I
you.
don't know what to tell. Maybe they saw something. I don't know. I don't care. I didn't see anything.
They had horns and they were grinning. They were laughing.
I think those garments have too much to drink.
And everybody is put to their place as the personal guards will go through everybody's rooms to make sure that there are no there is no contraband, anything illegal, or and also to make sure that everybody is alive and safe. And it looks like that everybody is just fine. They report
Okay.
back to the officers, and the officers can in turn let it report it to the books that everybody is safe and sound. And
So apart from the apart from some few guardsmen that cut themselves or something, the ghosts, of course, being totally unrelated to the warp jump, there were no possessions or anything like that. Really serious.
no,
Okay.
nothing of the sort. And the officers now want to do some drilling while you're forced to wait here. You are
Okay.
at a small void station, not as big as the one were prior, just big enough to for a couple of ships to dock. It's not even big enough for large-scale repairs.
Okay.
And the house guard will be put against the new recruits. See, to test their mettle. Of course, you are also welcome to join if you want. You are part of the guardsmen after all. Technically speaking.
Antioch will join to observe the drills, as well as the people.
Want this is a good opportunity to demonstrate your skills to the officers. So they may be taken more seriously in the future by both higher ranking individuals and the common chap. The military drills commence. A very reminiscent scenario to the one you went through at this station, only of a lot larger scale now. That there are hundreds and thousands of people taking part in them. Let's see. Roll in the simulator. Guardian. Okay. Very good. Now let's see what the house guard does. A 2. Interesting. Well, the house guards are indeed very well drilled, very well prepared. It's not their first time in combat. But despite the Guardian's valiant efforts, they are left in the dust. There are some individuals that put bets on this exercise, and there are some thrones changing hands, bottles of Amasac, lost eggs, and other trade goods that can be found among the ranks of the military. Some officers are giving away some magazines they had bet on for the house guard to, well, not do as well as they did. And of course, this outcome is attributed to the inadequacy and ineptitude of the newly conscripted guardsmen, given that the majority of them has never been in any combat scenario before. And they are characterized, they are described as being cowardly, weak, and stupid by the experienced and well-drilled, well-prepared, well-trained house guard. And they are made fun of for coming from mellow tracks. Of course, such antagonizing is to be expected among humans, among soldiers, and it can even be a positive factor for their training. It could be used to give them purpose, to motivate them. And intensify their sense of duty. whoever got injured during the exercise is looked at by a tech priest given the lack of medics. Anybody else can rest for today. Antioch, make an inquiry test. Or a harder awareness test. Awareness minus
Awareness.
30, inquiry minus 10.
Okay, let me see then. Either awareness or inquiry. Inquiry is
Dear silicon-based customers, please consult
Perception.
Craftbots for our alternative menus. We are happy to serve
inquiry is
all
fellowship.
customers.
Awareness is perception. Fellowship or perception. Minus 30 if it is perception, minus 10 if it is fellowship. I'm going for fellowship. So it's 38 or less. And I rolled 87. Reroll.
Mm-hmm.
15. Success. Like 2 degrees of success. Something like that. First infamy point that I spent today.
All right. You learn that the house guards troopers were necessarily rough towards the guardsmen. And
Okay.
there are some guardsmen that are bitter still about this. They want a round 2 so they can take revenge. However, the officers calm them down, order them to stand down and stay calm. And there will be no other drills for today. Everybody is to have a day of rest, apart from the necessities, of course. Equipment maintenance and things like that. And whoever is found committing treason or shows aggression towards anyone will be executed on the spot. There is no room for treason. There will be no tolerance for fighting. Dismissed.
Did the forces, the PDF forces from Melotrax already dismissed, or are they still here?
They are dismissed at some point. You can intervene or talk to them at any point during that.
Antioch will not talk over the superiors that are present. He just wanted to talk with the PDF forces if no senior, no sergeant or officer is present.
The officer will give his orders, warnings, and threats, and will take the elevator and leave. And since they are dismissed, they will salute, return, and start going towards their outfits. You want to take the
just want to give like an encouragement, some words of encouragement. Antioch will say that he's not native from Mellowthrax, but he lived there for a year. And he asks them to be patient.
Do not let the other ref not know you or your story or the story of your city to come over you, to humiliate you.
Some words of encouragement without being like too dramatic or like as if he was some sort of commissar or sergeant. He's not like that. But he feels there's an opportunity to see these PDF forces as probably more friendly in the future towards Antioch, should the case an opportunity arrives. So, sowing the seeds of possible loyalty in the future.
The guardsmen will respond. These pampered carcass don't know how rough we had it in Mellowthrax. How many of our loved ones we lost. What lives we left behind. They will learn. Either the good or the bad way.
Antioch adds,
You fought and prevailed over the dangerous gangs that will make these supposedly soldiers weep. Never forget that.
They cheer and whistle. That's right, we'll show them. They'll see what the PDF of Mellowthrax is made of. And they are all psyched up. They will turn.
so this this void station is like a base for training. For
This
drills?
is for docking ships, but the ship itself has a training ground.
Okay.
Yeah, the station isn't big enough for anything other than docking ships and maybe making repairs to making small repairs like maybe a cannon, maybe some armor plating that's taken damage, maybe something internally. But if the ship has taken more than a lot of hull damage, integrity damage, station isn't able to provide for that. The officers do not seem to be aware of the tension between the guardsmen and the house guard. They are continuing on with their business as usual, accounting for any losses, any equipment, pre-planning for any scenario where you might come in contact with hostiles, whether it be Xenos or anything else. And of course, they are looking forward to finishing with this business, with this delivery, essentially. And then they have been promised a visit at a pleasure world by the rogue trader.
Pleasure for the rogue trader, I guess, not for the PDF and the rest of the riffraff.
Maybe if the officers do good, they will be given the opportunity to spend some time planet side. and maybe even get the opportunity to visit its well, how can I say this?
A planet full of beaches.
Visit its attractions, yes.
Surf some waves.
If Mordaunt or Antioch want to do anything before your allies arrive,
I would like to know more of where we are heading, like specifically. Is there anyone like any commanding officer here on the Void Station?
yes, there is the station overseer, a tech priest.
Okay. Antioch will try to probe his mind. Fetter it. So it's instead of 30, it will be 15. 60. So 75. 75 plus the staff. 24. Huge success.
The tech priest has his mind locked away.
How? Wait. I mean, I know. Oh, I forgot. He's
He's got the machine
how do
brain.
you call it? The machine brain or something like that.
Yeah.
The machine trait. That's it. Machine
Yeah.
trait.
Whether it be
So he's-
mechanical or chemically induced, his brain is blocked, is protected. You're unable to reach it.
What if I ask him directly? I'm going to do that.
Mhm.
So where is the tech priest? Is it this Ingensier? No. Is this one? No, it's not.
This is your one. Let's say it is this one. Heavily augmented individual with mechadendrites and tools of all sorts protruding from her still visibly female figure.
Antioch asks politely.
So, what is our destination? I understand we are dropping some troops, but where to exactly?
Second.
Your designation is to reinforce the Astra Militarum of this sector with manpower and weapons. Their ship is estimated to arrive here within 3 days.
So we are dropping troops and material in this sector. The ship coming to take that in 3 days. I mean, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think how relevant is to know the name of the planet. We are going
It's
with
not even a
we are
planet.
not even
It's
a
a
planet.
void
It's a
station.
battle void station. No, but the ship will come to get the equipment and troops, and transport it to somewhere else, to another void station,
To wherever
or another
else.
planet, whatever. Yeah, I think this it's the planet where that goes is irrelevant for us, because I think we are going to stay with the rogue trader ship. I honestly don't know what to do right now, apart from trying to figure out any information that the rogue trader has, some probably secret information. Apart from that, I don't think I have anything to do here in this void station in particular. Maybe it has, but I don't think so.
This remains to be
This is
seen on our next session.
Okay then.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you again for joining this first episode of the second arc of Black Crusade.
We will be seeing you on the next one.